Hi everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing Naruto with his demon fox eyes, the red eyes. So it's Teen Naruto, and he's got the sharp teeth and his head sort of tilted back and stuff. So close up on his face as usual, and we're going to start with the right eye. So let's go. Top eyelid. So we're going to start, find out the middle, come over a little bit. And it's in the top half of our page, and we're going to curve this over, starting like so, and then this will come down like this, and it'll come out to a little spike. So it's spiked out like this, and then we're going to just darken it up. So making it real thick, dark. And then this comes down the side of his eye, like so. And then we're going to bring it across the bottom. So we're just jumping a bit, leaving a little bit of a gap. And then this comes across towards the other side. And then this is dark, thick as well, with some bumps and eyelashes and stuff along here. So in there then he has his iris and pupil. So his iris, trying to get as circular as he can. And then he has that slit in the eye for his fox eye, like so. And he's real clenching his teeth, and he's got kind of like lines coming in towards his eye, kind of like bloodshot kind of eyes. You know, one or two just here, one there. And we can just see some maybe bubbling of a tear just coming up in this eye. So just around here, just a bit of a bubble like that. Right, so his other eye is like a bit lower because his head is tilted. So we've done a few tilted head ones so far. So normally the head is like this, but we're tilted, which means the eyes are tilted too. So normally your eyes would be like this, you know, right across from each other. But what you're going to do is we're going to come down with it. So you're bringing it down because it's tilted, right? So this eyelid is just in line, just with the center of say, his eye, just here, just about there, right? So across from his iris, and it's about an eye distance again. So we're going to do that curved line, then bringing it around, and it's going to go lower than this one. So we're going to go down and spike as well. So it has a spike just like this, but see how low we've gone? So it's underneath, that spike is underneath this bottom eyelid. Okay. So we have this spike just here. And then we can thicken up this eyelid of his. Make it darker, thicker. And then the bottom eyelid then comes down this direction. And across and up into here. And then iris and pupil inside there. So we'll do our circle. And then the slit for the fox eye inside there as well. And then some of those bloodshot marks. So veins in his eyes coming out. Like that. I'm just going to thicken up this line just a bit more. Right, so now he has his eyebrows just above that, so they go under his headband just here, right? So we stop them at a certain point. So we'll do a tick up like this, and then the other side, and these stop here where the headband is. And then we'll do the same on this side. So we'll curve it around. Curve around and up. And then this one curves around and up as well. And stops about there for where his headband will go across the top of his head. Right, in between his eyes, he's got all these sort of frown lines. He's scrunching up his face. So we'll do a couple here just underneath the eyebrow. One there. One here. A curvy one just here going in towards his nose. Curvy one here going in the other side. We want then going nearly across the whole way of his nose. And then another one curving back in there. And then some more just underneath his eyebrow. Across here. And then some coming up beside his eyebrow just here as well. So like just here. And one that goes up underneath the headband as well. Like that. Now, so his nose then is just here, and it's kind of like defined by a shadow or a V kind of thing. So it's his head is tilted back. So we can just see a little section just here. So it's got a V just there. And then this comes down to like a box. Like this. And then this is all hatching in there. So a dark shadow. And of course, if you were coloring, you could do a darker skin color or something. Just in there. So manga style hatching just in there. Because his head is tilted back, so his nose is kind of like in shadow a little bit. Now, so underneath that then we have his mouth. So his mouth is clenched teeth open. So just under there we'll do a curved line just going across his mouth. So it's going to go just across here. So we're making him look kind of like he's just got his lips closed and he's like, huh? Kind of thing. But then we're going to bring this down side of his mouth like this, extending that line like that. And then this is going to come across underneath. So we go that way and diagonal down that way. And then this is going to curve across his bottom lip like that. And there's just a little cheek line just here with a bit of a dark shadow on that side of his mouth. Now, so we'll do his top teeth first. So we have his gum line, right, that comes across his teeth. So we're going to go across, top, bumping, just to show those gums. Just here, up and around the big tooth, and then down off in there. And then those teeth come across. So we have a bump. And then this spiky tooth is just here. So we do a spike and up to here. And then these teeth come across the middle teeth like this. And then the next spiky tooth is here. And then the rest of his teeth come off there. Then his bottom gum. So his bottom gum comes across the bottom, just bumping like gums do. All across there. And then there's some lines just for some teeth on this side. And maybe one or two on this side. Just coming up the side of his mouth there. Like that. Right, so then his chin and his jaw and the sides of his face. So we have a line just for the bottom lip, just here. And then we have his chin just down there. And this is going to curve up to the side of his jaw. Just here. Same on the other side. Come up to his jaw just here. And then we're going to go up the side of his head to his hair. Just here. Same on this side. So his head is tilted, remember. So this one comes all the way up. This one meets a piece of hair. So we have a spike for his hair just here, spiking like that. And then this one comes all the way up underneath his headband. Like this. And then his headband is going to curve all the way across. So it's going to go across those eyebrows that we drew, across the frown lines. And then down the other side here. Like so. And then he has, of course, the demon fox, the stripes on the side of his face. So we've one just here. Next one then beside it. And then the next one, just here then. This one comes right up nearly underneath his eye. And then spikes back down. Then we can do something similar on this side, so we have another one here. If I go too fast, guys, just pause the video. Hit that pause button, make things easier. Then we do another one just here. And then the next one, just here. And then of course these are darker, thicker in this style of drawing. So we just thicken this up. They look kind of like scratch marks, kind of. Kind of missed this form of Naruto, you know, when he had just he was just the cubey sort of red eye and the red bubbles that all come around him. It was really a cool design. I wish they'd bring it back maybe. Right, so we've hair on this side as well. So another spike of hair just, so this headband comes down just to about here, and then he has a piece of hair that comes down just the side of his face, spikes up just there. And then he's an ear. He has 2 ears, so he's 1 ear here, curves around, comes down, and in, just in the earlobe just goes in between those 2 spikes. And then we've just lines for bones and ligaments just in there, like that. And then the other ear is just on this side, so just about here we'll have the top. It's a bit lower than this ear if you drew a straight line across. It's down a bit lower because his head is tilted back. So this goes down. And around. And then in under there. And then his bones and ligaments and things in there too. Those lines for the inner ear. And now we can do his headband, the rest of his headband. So it's going to come all the way up. To about here, and it meets a spike of hair. So there's a spike of hair just here. And then the headband will continue off this direction. And then down the side of his head. And then of course the metal plate is in there. So starting here, it's going to come out across like so. And then we're going to bring the sides down. So we're going to go down this direction. Then we'll bring it back underneath because we can see the bottom of it in this one. And then we're going to go across. So underneath that hair there. To about there. And then we'll bring it back up the other side. We can see just the bottom of that plate just coming across, little lines like that. Bolts, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And then of course we have the spiral inside. So we have the spiral, the leaf village symbol. And with the beak. Like that. And then you can double it up if you want, or you could just leave it like that, but we'll double it up just to show. Like this. And then we'll do the second part just here. Curving around. Like so. Now, so the rest of his hair. So we'll start with the spikes just here. Spiking up and around his head. spiking like this. And then we have another one just here, small one. And then one coming out from the headband, spiking this way. Spiking up here. Small spike. Spiking like so. So we're spiking up and around his head. Spiking up. Comes down to a smaller one. This one will spike real far up and then come back down in here. And the next one over this way. Starting to travel down now the other side. Like so. A few smaller ones there. Coming behind his ear. And these ones now will come down and meet his neck. So just here, and same on this side. So we'll do ones that come down beside his ear. Zigzagging down. And then they meet his neck, just here, a line like that. And then a line like that. And the color of his uniform is just going across here, so it comes across in bumps. So we go across, down, across, up, across, down, across, up, across, down, across, up, across, down. See, we're going across in like ups and downs, so there's like high parts and low parts. Just comes across, goes up and across, kind of like teeth, flat sort of cow teeth or brontosaurus teeth. Don't know why brontosaurus was in my head. That's weird. So then the back of his collar just comes down like this. It's that collar he wore when he was a teenager, you know. So, and then this one comes down for his shoulders, and this comes down for his shoulders. And then we have some neck muscles just in here. One there, one there. There's some hatching that comes across like that. And then maybe like a shadow just underneath his chin here. It's just some hatching lines in underneath there. Making it dark just underneath his chin. And then he has just a zip that comes down the front of his top. And that has some of those zip lines just coming down that, just zigzagging across. Like so. And there you go. That's how to draw Naruto with his QB eyes and a bit of sweat coming down his face. Okay, that's how to draw Naruto with his cubey eyes. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.